it's Oa and welcome back to my channel for another bullet journal video. Today we have my September setup plan with me video, and I chose light bulb as my theme. And as always, if you're interested, there is all the close-ups of the spreads at the end of the video, and I also have another making of kind of account on TikTok if you want to see more of my bullet journal, and I will put both of them on the screen. And now onto the cover page. So I just have a light bulb hanging from the top of the page, and under that I wrote September in huge calligraphic letters. And for the light bulb, I did it with my Tombow dual brush markers for the yellow outline, and then I just trace everything with 1mm fine liner in black, and I also did a little bit of a swirly thing in the middle just to give it a little bit more of a realistic vibe. I'm sorry, those words are really hard to pronounce sometimes. And then I did the September with a 7mm pen, and I used a 3mm for the calendar right under it, and I'm really proud of this one. I was kind of scared of the light bulb theme because I wasn't sure how it will look or how I would be able to pull it off, but in the end it does actually look really cool, and I'm really happy with it. Then we have my monthly calendar spread, and for this one I have September in the top corner written, and from the P, the M, and the B I have a light bulb hanging, and a few other ones from the top of the page as well. And also, I didn't mention, but I used a gray dual brush pen from Tombow again for the gray part of the light bulb. And then once that was all completed, I then went on to the actual boxes for the days, and I actually used a technique that I'd never used before, which is just do all corners, and it didn't go as planned. As you can see on the first one and on the second line too, I had smudges, which is really common with that pen that I used, which are the Uniball Eye fine liner, and also use the micro one, which does bleed a little bit less, but this one does a lot more, especially when working with ruler. It does smudge a lot and often, but it's one of my favorite ones because it's really smooth to work with, so it doesn't really matter. And then I went with my other ones, which are more Faber-Castell Pet Artist pen fine liners for the second part of the calendar, because I didn't want it to get back and risk more smudging. And then for the second page, I did some more light bulb in the continuity from the other ones at the top of the page, and just a few ones at the bottom just to fill up that blank space that I had. And then I have a little best of section, which is one that I have at every single calendar that I make, because it's one of my favorite things, just to reflect on the month at the end. I just have for food, series, moment, and just to have a little bit of a memory of what happened during that month. And that's basically it for what happened for this spread. I just finished the corners by making it the other way around, I also added a little light bulb at the bottom here to fill the last bit of blank space. And the last thing that I really did was to add yellow circles on the corner, on the left corner of every boxes that I've made to add the days afterwards, but that's really it for everything that I did. So my next spread is my mood tracker, and for the title I tried to make a neon sign aesthetic, which I don't know really if it worked that well with the black, but I did it anyways. And then I just have 30 light bulbs for every single day of the month, and they are all hanging on 3 strings. And at the bottom I have the key, which is double the amount of what I have usually, so I hope that I will be able to be a little bit more precise about how my day went with this. And the little swirly thing that was in the middle of each light bulbs in the last spreads, I used those to put the days in every single light, and it was quite hard to make it look good and look like it was part of the light, but in the end I'm pretty proud with how it turned out. So yeah, and also bonus, now I know how to draw light bulbs, which was something that I didn't know how to do before. So for the key, I went for my usual ones for the first 4, which are awful, good, okay, and amazing. And then I have 4 new ones that are usually in my habit tracker because I have a mood section which I got rid of for this month. So I have inspired, stressed, sad, happy, and hopefully it will be enough to kind of have a better understanding of my mood. And I thought it was better to have it with the drawing. I initially added it to the mood tracker when I stopped for a little while to have an actual mood tracker a few months ago, but now that I have again a mood tracker, it's way more useful to just have it all into one spread. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this page. And then the next one is actually the habit tracker, and you will be able to see in a second that it's super different from what I usually do. This time I have it in the actual way of the spread, if it makes any sense, because usually I would do it vertically and had to turn the page to use it. This time I made it horizontally in the way that I use the notebook, so it's way more practical. For the header this time I only went with yellow, and I didn't add the black that I used in the last one, but I did use the black for the other words. And it's a health and habit tracker because I have the first part, which is habits, and then I have the second part, which is my health part, with a symptom tracker and a medication section, I would say. So basically I have the part where it is the habit tracker, so I have a kind of exercise section, I have yoga, meditation, journaling, bullet journaling, reading, writing, meditate, I think. Oh yeah, I said it. I have go outside and a whole bunch of things like that. And at the bottom I have a no gluten and no caffeine. I never had a caffeine tracker before, but I kind of been addicted to caffeine lately, and I wanna regulate that. So I have that to motivate me into not having caffeine. And then I have my self-care section, which is shower, wash my hair, do my skincare, apply makeup, and do some cleaning, which is just basically like clean my room, do the vacuum or stuff like that. And then I have my more like symptoms part, which I have paralysis, because when I have migraines I have paralysis crisis, fatigue, pain, memory fog, and a whole bunch of things like that. And then I have the last section, which is for my meds, but because they are changing all the time, I don't have them until I actually start the month, and I usually only have them in pencil, so if the name of the med has to change, I can just change it in the middle of the month if necessary. And then at the top I just have all the days. And then onto the next part, I have the end of the habit tracker, and then a new section which I already tried last month, but I didn't really have enough space to actually make it fully, so this time I really had a bigger space for it because I put the habit tracker the other way around. And it's actually my migraine tracker. Last month I only had space for 1 to 5 for the pain, and this time I actually had enough space to put it from 0 to 10. So that's a big thing. So like that, it's way easier for me to just say in how much pain I was and just keep a graphic of it directly in there, because that's what I take with me when I have doctor's appointments or anything like that. So I can really easily say like how many migraines I had and see the how can I say that, like the level of pain that I was in. And in between both of the headers and on the other side I have a few light bulbs just hanging around, just to tie it together with the theme, and because I had some blank space. So that's pretty much it for this spread. And then next is my sleep and water tracker, if I am not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So I'm gonna see you guys just afterwards. To my second to last spread, we have my sleep tracker, which is just the exact same that I use every single month because it really does work for me now. I use it really consistently, and I can see really from one look how much sleep I got, and just really it's the most practical that I found. And on the other side there's my water tracker, but there's actually one thing that I didn't record for this month because the setup was getting super long, so I decided not to record it, but I may put pictures at the end, I don't know. But I actually have a study tracker and an anxiety tracker at the end. I just want to try them out. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with them or not, but September is of course when I get back to school, and I just want to see how much I actually study. So I decided to add a study tracker, especially because I'm gonna have an exam type of thing in September, so I need to study for it. So that's gonna be a little bit of a helpful thing to be able to track. And the anxiety tracker is just because I have anxiety pretty bad. I also have social phobia, so my anxiety level is always super high, but I want to be able to actually see how bad it is. And we are arriving to the close-ups. There is no end to the water tracker, unfortunately, because